Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, All Things Keto with Kelsey. I'm Kelsey, and today I am hoping to film a video working on filling my freezer for fall. Two of the recipes that I'm going to be doing for this video are keto chicken pot pie with cheddar biscuits by jenniferbands.com, low carb with Jennifer. I will definitely be linking the recipe below so that you can go to her website and get that actual recipe there. I am also going to be doing a keto lasagna that I found back in the year 1 of 5 when I first started doing keto. This is by Trina Krug. And I will try my very best. I'll try my very best to find this recipe as well and link that in the description too. Freezer meals are one of the things that keeps me sane as I homeschool my kids, and things get really busy in the fall. So having a couple of meals in the freezer to just pull out and throw in them in the oven or throw into a pan and cook on the stove quickly, they just save the day sometimes. So I'm just going to show you how I do a couple of these recipes so that you have an idea of how it's possible. One of my biggest tips for when you're working on freezer meal prepping in general, or freezer prepping, if you're cooking a big amount of meat for a recipe, and try to think of other recipes that take the same kind of meat and cook extra. It doesn't take very much extra time to add some more pounds of meat to what you're already cooking, and the oven's already on. You might as well use the energy that you're using on your oven to cook more food. So I'm gonna put this chicken into the oven, and then I'm gonna start chopping my vegetables. If you are new to the freezer prepping, the meal prepping for the freezer idea, you do not have to go big the very first time. Biggest piece of advice for someone who's new to the meal prepping and putting in the freezer for a later date would be just start by doubling a batch. Today's video was a perfect example about how simple doubling a batch of a casserole is. It doesn't take hardly any more work or time or really effort. Your kitchen is already dirty, you're already chopping vegetables, you're already sauteing stuff on the stove. Just start by doubling a batch and serve one for dinner and put the second one in the freezer for another time. Ever since my oldest was born, I've been really into freezer cooking, and I love it. I love the amount of time it saves me throughout the week over the course of a month or two. But as I said, you don't have to do 9 9 batches of a casserole to make it worth it. Just double a dinner every once in a while and put it in the freezer for a time when you've gone grocery shopping. When you've gone grocery shopping, you're out late and you don't have time to cook a full meal, but you don't really want to go out to eat. Grab that out of the freezer, put it in the oven, and about an hour later it'll be ready for you guys. So I'm gonna be wrapping up this freezer meals video, but I wanted to kind of show you what I have freezer prepped over the last month. I have shared with you a few of the recipes I did. I actually had done a really big video on all of the prep for most of these meals, and my computer died and I lost it. I did want to show all the work that I did earlier this month to prep for the fall. My goal going into the school year was to make sure I had as many freezer meals as possible so that I had several different options to choose from a couple of times a week to just make the meal prepping a little bit easier on myself while I get back into the school spirit, teaching my kids homeschool. Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so this is my kitchen table, and I took all the frozen stuff out that I've already done, and then these are 3 of the chicken pot pies that I've done during this week. So I'll just go over quickly how many of what I have. Our favorite freezer meal is taco meat. So I have 15 batches of taco meat. This is, I weighed it out at 2 pounds of cooked taco meat. So that will get us through a meal and leftovers for several people, kids, quesadillas, and my husband, maybe all of us. So then I did 5 batches of keto chili. All I'm gonna have to do is put that in the Instant Pot or on a in a pan on the stove, heat it up until it looks like it's ready to eat, and then decide what I want to serve with it. These are my 3 chicken pot pies, but I'm adding the chicken pot pies I did earlier this month, so I have a total of 8 chicken pot pies ready to just come out, put right into the oven and cook for about 45 minutes to an hour, and they're gonna be ready to eat. And then this is these are chicken enchilada bakes, and I have 7 of these all ready to go. This is a non-keto option. It's a sweet potato bean burrito mix that I make for the kids and Joel. They really like that. And then I made myself some Personal Pan fathead doughs. There's 6 of them that I made, so when they do pizza night, I can just make my own pizza on a fathead dough. Then we have 4 of the keto lasagnas that I made in this video, and they're ready to go as well. This will serve about 3 people. I may make pasta for the kids while my husband and I eat this. We'll have to see what we decide to do. And then this is just an example that I do just make like 1 or 2 batches of something at a time. So I was making coconut lime chicken, and I decided I had too much meat for the batch that I was gonna cook. So I decided to just put one of the batches in the freezer. So now I have that. I just have to thaw it overnight, and I'll be able to grill it, and we'll have a delicious grilled chicken meal.